If your car's AC smells bad every time it comes on, then you might want to think about changing the cabin air filter. That's exactly what I'll be doing with this 2015 BMW 228i, and I'll show you how to do it. Simple steps that you can do by yourself at home. Now first we'll need a cabin air filter replacement, and from this tool set we're going to need a 10mm socket. From this screwdriver set we're going to use a T15 screwdriver head. You don't necessarily need a flathead screwdriver, but I'll show you how it comes in handy. And depending on the lighting situation in the car, you may need a flashlight. Now let's show you what those things look like. First we'll start with the 10mm socket. There we go, 10mm. We're gonna need this and this. From the screwdriver set that I have, very cheap, I'll be using a T15 screwdriver head. Let's first take this out, set it aside, and look for T15. Let me show you what that looks like. T15 screwdriver head. And there we go, T15. And turn it around. T15. All right, now that we have those ready, let's get in the car and start. Okay, the cabin air filter is located under the glove box, and with this specific year and model you don't need to remove the glove box, but you will need to get under it. So let's show you what that looks like. Once you get under it, you're going to be looking for two things. On the left, you will see the first 10mm nut. Here it is. Here we go. Right there. And there's also one on the right side. Here we go. Two of them. And we're going to be removing those with the 10mm socket. Let's start with this one. First one is out. So we move over to the next. Second one is out, one on the left and one on the right. There we go. Okay, now what do we do from here? Now that we've removed both on the left, one on the right, we're going to be going ahead and removing the cover. Slide your fingers here, you'll see that there's a gap. All you want to do is just find somewhere to hold on to. There are clips inside here. You just pull down. Give this a nudge, pull back, and there you go. Now this is the light that you were seeing underneath, and you could just go ahead and remove this cable. After that is done, I'll show you what under there looks like. You don't need to remove this. This is for your airbag, but we're gonna go further up there and I'll show you what that looks like. This is what the underside of the glove compartment looks like. But what we want to get to is this. We want to get to these two screws. These are the T15 screws. We're going to be removing those in order to get to the filter. Now again, T15 screwdriver head. Let's go and remove those. Now, after you've removed those screws, there are a couple clips that you want to be mindful of. This one right here. That's one. And there's another around here. That's two. Pull this down and voila. You're now looking at the filter. Let's pull this out. Take your time. And there we go. This is the old filter. And as you can see, debris. And you may not be able to see what exactly is causing the bad smell, but at the same time, you may not need to see it, just know that it's there. Okay, so we're gonna toss this shortly. Get the new one. These are the filters side by side. The old one, of course, as you can see, you can tell by its shape it's bent, used also by the debris and all of that. This is the new one, and we're going to be installing this. Now before you put it in, make sure it goes in the right way. You can see it says airflow and there are 2 arrows pointing to the direction, which means that this is going to be facing the passenger, this section here. Now let's get back under here, and don't mind the dirt on the mats, that will be cleaned shortly. Let's get back under here. We're going to show you how to insert it. Now have your filter curved and ready to slot in. Both sides are in. You just take your time and slide it up. And there we go. That's in. Put the covering back on. There's no snap or anything. Just slides back into place. Replace the screws. And that's done. That's replaced. Now once you've replaced the old filter with the new one, you want to go and replace the covering that you removed from this section, and we'll be doing that right now. All right, so the new filter is in, and we're going to reverse the steps that we did earlier. First, we want to start by reconnecting the light, the cables to the light. That's done, and we're going to try and align this properly so that it fits back in. Now, a couple things to notice or to take note of. This tip here needs to go behind this. It's a bit difficult to do with one hand, but I'm gonna try nonetheless. There we go. That's in place. Slide it up to make sure that it lines up. Now there are other things happening behind here, and I'll show you what those are. Just make sure that these are tightly in place. Hold a sec. You just want to push them up, or push this up rather, and make sure that it slides into place. Now we come to the front, we look, it's not lined up yet, but there are clips inside. There's a clip there, and there are clips other areas inside. You want to hear those click into place, and that's when you know you're ready to screw. There we go. Now we're gonna go underneath to replace those 10mm bolts that we removed previously. All right, let's do that starting on the left. First one is in place. Take a look on the right side. Second one is in place. Just making sure that everything else fits. And that's good to go. And there you have it. Very simple steps using very simple tools to get your cabin air filter replaced and to have your car smelling good whenever your AC comes on. Again, 10mm bolt, socket rather, and we have a T15 screwdriver tip. It's removable. Flashlight came in handy a couple times, and that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.